Okay, morning guys. So today we're going to create a fire edit. We're going to try and make our picture look something like this example you can see on screen now. I'm just going to delete these layers so that we're starting with a fresh palette. So I'm going to select the top one and then the bottom one and drag all those to the dustbin. Okay, so when you're working, you could select, well, you want to pick a picture that you think would work with the flame so the pose works as well. So most of these, you can see the hands are in a position where it looks like they're focused or kind of going to be controlling or using the flames in some way. You'll also notice the hands are away from the body, so they're against a black background in some way. That will typically work best. Okay, all of those would work. Right, I'm going to start then by selecting a series of images of flames that I'm going to use today. Once I've got those open, then I'm going to pick some that I want to start working with, and then I'll copy and paste them onto the portrait. Before I do that, I'm going to go back to my original image and I'm just going to add a color adjustment layer just to increase the red in the image a little bit. So I'm going to add selective color from the bottom. So selective color, and then I'm going to tweak the reds. You can change that to whatever color you want to. So we've done it a lot with black, for instance, in the past. So I'm selecting reds. I'm going to increase the yellows in it a little bit, increase the magenta in it, and decrease the cyan a little bit. And you can see the red bit looking a little bit more red, a bit more exaggerated. What it's also doing though is affecting the skin color. So what I'm going to do is use the paintbrush tool on black with the hardness right down, so it's a soft brush, and then I'm just going to paint on the skin areas just to kind of, so those bits don't go as red. So we want the red specifically where the line is, and you should see that sort of decreasing a little bit, but not all over all of the skin tone. Okay, you can zoom in and do that in a bit more refined way, but basically you want a soft brush so that it's not too visible what you've done. Okay, then I'm going to click on the flame image. Okay, and I'm going to select the area I want using the marquee tool over here. I want to pick most of the image. I've selected a bit of that graphic in the corner, so I'm going to crop in a little bit. I'm going to make sure I've got all the edges of the flame that I want, and then Control C to copy. Click on the image I want it to go on, Control V to paste. So just like before, I'm going to change the layer mode to screen so that it becomes semi-transparent. Okay, and you should see most of the black disappears. Then I'm going to transform it. So edit, free transform or Control T. And I'm going to twist it into a position that I think works best with a hand. So I think the flames look quite good like that, with this bit here over the top of the hand and the flame sort of coming up towards the top as if it coming away from a hand. Okay, once I'm happy, then I'm going to press return to apply the transformation, and I'm going to alter it a little bit more by using warp, which we've also used before. So I'm going to use this just to kind of position the bits of a flame a little bit more carefully around the hand. So I'm trying to alter this bit so it looks like it's going around that finger, bringing this bit here so it looks like it's coming off that point on the hand. Bring the top of the flames around a little bit. And you can alter the shape according to how you think it fits best. When you're happy, again, press return to apply the transformation. Then we're going to get rid of some of the bits around the edges, and we're going to be quite selective of this. We definitely want to make sure we've got rid of any bits where there's any straight edges, so where the flames sort of cut off, just like we've done in previous edits. If you want to see where those are as well, you can always turn off those two background layers by clicking on the eye icons. Okay, right, I'm going to add a layer mask, just like we've done before, and then paint on that in black anywhere I want to remove the flames. I've got to make sure I'm on the layer mask, not the layer itself. So that's got to be highlighted with a white box around it. And then obviously anywhere now that I paint on in black on that layer mask, those flames will start to disappear. So I'm just going to get rid of anything I think would look a bit odd. And I'm going to zoom in when I do this, just to make sure I've got rid of those finer bits of detail. Use the bracket keys again to adjust your brush sizes if you want to. That looks better there, coming to a bit more of a point. Okay, I'm going to stop the video now, and then we will carry on a second video where I'll start to add some more flames.